Hey guys, it's me with Beautiful Calm. One of my bulbs went out on my lamp, so I hope you can see. This is Friday evening, and we're in for another episode of our Cozy Corner Chat. This one's a bit impromptu. I was going through my notebook. I'm gonna see if I can switch it around and show you. This is where I keep my notes when I come up with ideas in my head. When I think of something, I try to write it down because otherwise I'll forget it. I'm like, oh, I have this great idea, but what was it? And I wrote this right here. Stop expecting you from other people. And that's all I put. So I didn't write any notes or points or thoughts. That's all I put there. And I know the reason I did, so I'm going to go into it just a little bit. Now, this is something that happened, probably 20, little over 20 years ago. Well, right at about 20, I guess, because, I was in the house, so maybe 20, a little bit over. Anyway, I had this friend, and we were really close and friends, I thought. And actually, we were. Okay, let me stop because I'm rambling a little bit. All right, I had this friend that I met when I got married and moved to the town we lived in. And she really did what? Pursue, I guess, of the friendship. She was the first one who actually came up to me and talked, invited me to her house, and invited herself to my house. And we got to be really good friends. There was, well, one really big problem in my mind, and that was the fact that I'm the kind of person where if I'm friends with you, we are down. I'm the kind of friend that I'm going to jail with you or and for you. That's me. And I think I always expected that from other people, but I rarely, if ever, got it. And that meant that I was constantly disappointed. Now, never mind the fact that I grew up with my mom saying, don't expect anything from other people and you won't be disappointed. Well, guess what? I always expected, so I always got disappointed. Well, one day I was venting to my daughter, who at the time she was grown pretty much, maybe 18 years old, something like that. It was before she got married, so she might have been between 18 and 20 years old. Still young, but basically grown. And I was venting to her, and she said, she's not Myra. And I'm just going on, I know, but she didn't do, and I did this for her. And she said, you're not getting it. She said, you always expect other people to be you, to treat you like you treat them. Everybody is not Myra. Oh, wait, what? When did she get so wise? And I realized that I was expecting her to be me when it came to how she treated me. And she was not. Like the majority of my friends, she failed, she lacked. And you know what? When I analyzed what my daughter had told me and I went through it, I realized that I was expecting others to be Myra. I wanted them to treat me exactly as I treated them. If your mom is sick, you're my friend. My mom is sick. That's just how I felt about it, and that's just how it was, right? So I didn't get the distinction. There was no distinction for me. And so if you were going through a divorce, we are going through a divorce. Let's put it like that. If you're struggling with depression and anxiety, we're struggling with it. Doesn't mean that I'm not gonna help you through it, because that's my role. That's what I do. I'm a caregiving friend, a caregiver friend, whatever it is you need. You know how I got you. I got you. Well, when my friends fell short of that, then I was like, wait, hold up. I'm not getting what I'm giving, and that doesn't seem fair to me. And my daughter said, if you're gonna be friends with someone, you're gonna have to accept them as they are, for who they are. You can't make them be Myra. You gotta let them be Toya, or whoever they are. So that's when I became a better friend.